For the very latest news from Thailand, this is the Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. If you could like and subscribe, well, that would be amazing. Thank you so much. As General Prayut finally bowed out in his last official day as caretaker Prime Minister, so he said goodbye to staff and, amazingly, the press, in a day of auf Wiedersehens and smiles. This on the same day that his number two, General Prawit, long predicted to become a part of the new coalition government, appears to have announced his imminent resignation as an MP. The two so-called uncles of politics in recent times, since the coup, have been at the forefront of Thai politics until the recent election. 8 years ago, the son of a military man was jailed for murder, subsequently released. Police traced him through evidence to the hog-tying and shooting of another ex-jailbird in Kanchanaburi. The 34-year-old is thought to have known his victim well, and the method of his demise was grim. Either way, it's back behind bars for the foreseeable future. Pheu Thai, the new head of Thailand's coalition government, has now said that it could take up to 3 years to write a new constitution for the nation, and that prior to starting that task, promised in its election campaign, the matter of if a rewrite should even be done will go to public vote. Anyone doing the math will see that in all likelihood the rewrite, approval and implementation may not be done before yet another re-election becomes due. If it were done in time, then it would at best not be completed for close to 4 years. The question remains as to whether the whole constitution needs rewriting, or whether the current version can simply be amended, which of course would take far less time to complete. Just over half a kilometre from the border with Thailand's Mae Hong Son area, Burmese military forces carried out 4 heavy bombing airstrikes yesterday. The 25-minute barrage is said to have been a cover for government teams to get supplies to their forces in the area. Thai media is awash with the positive news stories of a Chinese violinist who forgot his 200-year-old violin when riding in a taxi in the capital. The internationally famous player is said to have contacted authorities straight away. Police liaised with taxi authorities to get the word out, and the taxi driver, when alerted, duly dropped the violin off at Tonglaw police station. There he handed it over to a pal of the errant string musician, who, we're told, gave the driver a voucher in gratitude. The violin, well, reports say it's valued at around 15 to 17 million baht. Thailand's currently most well-known pensioner has, according to reports, filed for royal clemency already against his 8-year jail term. Former Prime Minister Thaksin, currently residing in a police hospital unit following his return here, is reported by Thai media to have already filed with the Corrections Department. That then goes to the Prime Minister for approval. And with the new Prime Minister now also leading the party which supports Thaksin and his family in politics, that'll be an interesting review. Were it to be approved, it would then be forwarded to His Majesty the King for consideration. Traditionally, His Majesty the King of Thailand affords various amounts of clemency to those in jail who qualify on an annual or semi-annual basis. 16 school children aged between 10 and 17 were injured in Nakhon Ratchasima yesterday after a school bus careered into a traffic light early morning. Emergency teams recovered the children from the wreckage, which was lying on its side, and those injured were hospitalised. The driver, he seems to have admitted, trying to get through the lights by accelerating when they were changing to red. Likely to now be unemployed, he's already been charged with dangerous driving causing injury. And the annual fake goods destruction ceremonies took place yesterday, seeing police destroying unoriginal wares which, combined, would have had a street value of around 800 million baht. Well over 1 million fakes, from watches to handbags, car parts to toys, were piled up in a yard before a steamroller was used to crush them to bits. With a huge amount of clothing and jewellery included, the pile was later crushed and will be shredded. And on Koh Phangan Island, more debris from an unidentified aero object has been discovered washed up on the shorelines. Heavy storms have washed the steel panels up over the past week. Experts are still trying to establish what they were, possibly from an aeroplane, but to date no word from official sources. Meanwhile at home, a 43-year-old Thai man from Isan has been arrested in the Nong Pru area here following a violent assault on a toddler in the area. The child, a female, has been hospitalised since her mother notified authorities, and a full-scale investigation was underway quickly. When arrested, he denied charges of assault of a personal nature, but admits he was close to the child. A 52-year-old Norwegian man is believed to have hanged himself after falling out with his female partner. It seems that the Kautokeino resident was less than happy that she'd gone back to work in the adult entertainment sector. They rowed regularly, but no one expected him to take his own life. A post-mortem will be completed by the weekend. And on a more cheerful note, there's plenty on in the city of Pattaya this weekend. And as always, Megan's What's On guide replaces the news from Friday through to Sunday night. And that's also available from our website, where she has a wealth of deals and events for us all to enjoy. And with the Met Office promising highs today of 31 degrees, dropping down to 28, the same through the weekend, the real feel of 36 in the sun, along with stray thunderstorms and breezes. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.